Hey team, this is Nathan from RunDreamAchieve.com. Hope you're all having a great week. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing how to break a sub 18-minute 5K. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I've had a lot of questions about the desire for athletes that are trying to run specific times for 5K continue to reach out to me and say, hey, can you make more videos on 5-kilometer events and how to run specific times? Well, the 18-minute, sub 18-minute 5-kilometer barrier is definitely a challenging goal for a lot of athletes that are trying to run 17:59 or faster for the 5K. And there's no question about it. There's nothing easy about running fast. It's an art form. It's one thing, just about anybody can go out and run slow for a period of time, but it takes the running fast for long periods of time is an art, and it does take time, focus, and patience on the part of the athlete in order to run very fast times for long periods of time. To break 18 minutes and run 17:59, you have to run 5:48 per mile, or 3 minutes and 36 seconds, 3 minutes and 26 seconds per kilometer for 5 straight kilometers in a row with no break in between. So, and it's even more challenging when you run a 5K and you have, either high winds or it's raining or it's snowing. And to throw all that on top of trying to sustain pace makes the goal and makes the challenge even more difficult. So, I talk about a lot all the times that in order to run well, whether you're training for the mile or all the way up to the marathon distance, you have to focus on a combination of a lot of things. It's not just the anaerobic training that we do that can get the athlete to 17 minutes and 59 seconds. It's your mindset. It's your how much time you're spending visualizing yourself running 7:59. And I've been asked that too, like, how long do I spend each day thinking about that? I mean, my answer is there's never enough time to do that. Now, granted, you can't just lay on a couch and visualize yourself running 17:59 and getting across the finish line with that time and not put in the physical training. It's a combination of a lot of things to run this fast. But yeah, you do, to hold that 5:48 per mile pace, or 3 minutes and 26 seconds per K pace, you have to get accustomed to running well below sub 18-minute 5K pace. Spend some time training closer to around 17:10 to 17:20 5K pace. Spend some time training well below that goal race pace that you're looking for, because the longer amount of time that you spend training at speeds that are so fast you can't spend but a few seconds to a few minutes at those efforts, the more accustomed and more efficient you're going to be when you race the 5K. And I think a big mistake that a lot of athletes that are trying to run a sub 18-minute 5K are doing is they're spending too many of their weekly miles or too many of their weekly kilometers running too slow. Okay, Sebastian Coe said it best. He's the former world record holder for the 800 meter. He said, "I've always believed long, slow running produced long, slow distance runners." And the athletes that are trying to break sub 18 minutes for the 5K are definitely not slow. This is a very fast time. You have to be in great anaerobic shape. You have to be strong mentally as well, because it's one thing to hold 5:48 mile pace or 3:26 kilometer pace for 3 kilometers of 5K, or 2 miles of the race. You need to be able to sustain that pace all the way to the finish line. So at the end of the day, when you get to the finish line, it's not about, well, I was on pace for so long, but you have to do the types of workouts that are going to set you up for success. And those types of workouts are doing, like, when you get very, very fit, get to a point where you can do 4 to 6 800 meters on the track, right around 234 to 235 per rep, or like repeat 400s. If you can get to a point where you can do anywhere from 10 to 16 400 meters, anywhere from around 115 to 117 per rep. Those types of workouts with very minimal rest. Like for the 400s, I would give myself about 60 seconds rest. And again, you're not going to start off doing these types of workouts immediately. Okay, the training programs and running courses I have on RunDreamAchieve.com, we focus on 16 weeks. I don't care if you're a miler or a marathoner or a half marathoner or a 10K athlete, 5K athlete, our training courses and running programs are 16 weeks in length, and for a reason. 4 months is plenty of time to prepare adequately to run sub 18 minutes for a 5K, or break 2 hours and 30 minutes for the marathon, or break 40 minutes for the 10K. Okay, it's about how you're setting up your training. If you're trying to run too fast too soon, you're going to start to second guess yourself. You're going to start to doubt yourself, because you're simply not in you're not in anaerobic shape to be able to sustain that pace for that amount of time. So you have to be patient with this. It's not going to be easy. You're trying to run sub 18 minute 5K, 5 kilometers. You're trying to run under 5 minutes and 48 seconds a mile, or 3 minutes and 26 seconds per K. And to do that successfully, you had to have trained well below those goal race pace, but you also have to set up your training in such a way that your body will adapt to the hard anaerobic training that you're doing. And it's, I talk about periodization in other videos, and this is really about how you're setting up your training. You're attacking a specific intensity for a certain amount of time, and then once the body has adapted to that intensity, then you focus on the next higher intensity or higher percentage of your, for the 5K, you're focusing more on training closer to around your mile to 3K race pace. So the more that you can spend at those types of efforts, the easier that 5K, that sub 18 minute 5K race pace is going to feel. And again, it's not about how fast that you are running the first mile or the first couple kilometers of the race. It's how you're finishing that last mile of the race, or the last 2 kilometers of your 5K event. You want to be able to speed up when your competition's slowing down, and you're going to actually feel like you're speeding up, but really you're just maintaining the pace. You're going to feel, to be able to pick up the pace at the end of a 5K, you have to call upon those carbohydrate stores that we have a lot less of, as opposed to fat storage. So when you're training for a 5K and trying to run a sub 18 minute 5K, you want to train to burn fat at race pace and be able to call upon those carbohydrate stores at the end of a 5K race, because the 5K race is a very anaerobic event. It's very short. It's only 3.1 miles or 5 kilometers in length, so it's over quick. It's not like a marathon or a 10K or a half marathon, where you can make a few mistakes and adjust your pace a little bit and be able to make up for that in the latter stages of your race. And it's also, you still want to focus on hydration, even in a 5K. You think that because it's only 3.1 miles or 5 kilometers, hydration still isn't as important as opposed to running like a half marathon or a marathon. Yes, at an aid station, if there's an aid station out there, make sure you grab a couple Dixie cups and drink in the 5K as well. I mean, it is over quick, but to be able and even maybe grab one, put one of those gels in your shorts, take one of those maybe at like mile 1 or maybe 2 kilometers into the race, and that's an immediate 100 to 150 calories immediately that goes straight into your bloodstream. Yes, the race is short. Yes, it's anaerobic, but if you're doing those types of things that your competition more than likely are not going to do, it's going to set you up for success. And again, a sub 18 minute 5K is not slow. 5:48 per mile for 3.1 miles, or 5 minutes or 3 minutes and 26 seconds per K for 5 straight kilometers takes an athlete that has done the work anaerobically, that has also run easy on those recovery days, so that they've been able to adapt to the hard workouts that they're doing. The types of examples of workouts I would be focusing on if I was wanting to run a sub 18 minute 5K, especially when I was at my very fittest, I would want to focus closer to doing mile repeats, right around anywhere from 4 to 6 1-mile repeats at around 5:25 to 5:28 per rep. Repeat Ks on the track anywhere from 3 minutes and 15 seconds to 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And as far as like working on overall leg speed, repeat 200s closer to around 37 to 39 seconds. Repeat 400s anywhere from around 116 to 119 per quarter. And again, you're not doing these types of intense, fast workouts immediately. You start off at a certain percentage of your maximum effort, and then you adapt to that effort, and then you start moving, focus on that effort for about 3 to 4 weeks. Then we start focusing on the next higher percentage. And then as you get fitter, you want your intensity to go up and your rest between each one of your reps to be much lower. So again, when I was at my fittest, I ran 14:18 for the 5K. When I was doing those, when I was in that type of shape, I was able to do 3 2-mile repetitions at 6,000 feet elevation in Colorado in under 10 minutes flat, with only a 5-minute rest in between each one. I was able to do 6 1-mile repetitions anywhere from 4 minutes and 44 seconds to 4 minutes and 48 seconds, with only a 60-second rest in between each one of those, anywhere from 60 seconds to 2 minutes. So again, it's about stressing the system, the anaerobic systems of the body, but also allowing time to recover from those hard workouts you're doing. And again, sub 18 minutes can be done. A lot of athletes do it, but the athletes that are training smarter rather than harder are the ones that most oftentimes get the results they're seeking. So if there's anything else I can help you out with, I hope this video was helpful for you. Got you, gave you some ideas and some strategies, some mental tips and fundamentals that you need to be thinking about to run 17:59 or faster for the 5-kilometer event. Feel free to leave me a comment below this video if there's any other specific question that you have. If you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so when I make a new video, you'll be notified of it. And give me a thumbs up too. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. And I wish you guys all and gals all the best in breaking this 18-minute barrier. I know you can do it. Like I said, it's a matter of stressing the anaerobic systems of the body and then jogging on those easy days. Make sure you're recovering from the hard anaerobic track sessions you're doing, the tempo runs you're doing, the long runs you're doing. Jog on those easy days. I've trained with world-class athletes that could break 2 hours and 10 minutes for the marathon, that could break 4 minutes for the mile, that could break 1:46 for 800 meters. These guys would literally jog on their easy days. And so if they can do it, so can you and I. Okay, so I want you guys and gals to get better results by working smarter rather than harder. Use leverage to run 18 minutes or faster for the 5K. So, and there's a lot of resources on RunDreamAchieve.com. I do have a new membership membership site as well. So if you want to get one-on-one coaching with me, the link below this video, I'll leave that as well, and as well as on this video for you as an additional option. So wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.